that they're looking for. Viper wall set up and fired through. They're going to have a ton of utility waiting for them there, but no players. Bar those spams on the cross, and the occasional nano. They should be safe enough. They've almost dropped Sushi on the return.
And this is a pretty bold call. He's managed to find one just with his nano swarms though, so that's something. But yeah, playing retake versus DRX, who are one of the best afterplant teams in the world, you've got to have a set plan. And already looking to try and force RB out into the corner. He's got Marco for support, and he's managed to dodge that aftershock. The Viper wall as well, already helping him out. The trades aren't going too badly until the cavalry arrives. 2 kills off the back of the nade. Well, Foxy left alone.
Yeah, Buzz has got the nade back online again because of that double kill. So the second that he's spotted, he's in a ton of trouble. You've also got the post-plant potential of just lobbing it through from Talon. Did this in the previous round, a little bit slower. This time, though, with an orbital strike, they are going right down into their spawn. Mako isolated, and he doesn't need any help. He's just stopped them all by himself, and a 5v3 comes out of it. Talon, that was an attempt at something different, but one I don't think we're likely to see again.
Well, yeah, they basically just used the stim of Brim to just sprint all the way down through tree. Tried to win some of those opening duels, but that's the thing. There might not be a Sentinel on the other side, but Marco, you watch him on a map like Icebox, he's always fantastic on those lurk plays. Now it comes down to Sushi Boys. What can he get done here?
Well, he's in a ton of trouble. Every piece of utility on the other team coming at him. He somehow survived this long. And got the double! Sushi Boys! How has he gotten away with that? They're in with a chance, indeed, a probability. Just Buzz and a 1 versus 2. They know that he's in main. This round should have been done. And a monumental hold of that site. Buzz will use his blast pack to speed it up and look for a plant on B. A 1v2 retake. Sure, you've got a lockdown, but low HP on Sushi Boys. It's anyone's round right now, but this should have already been DRX's.
Yeah, and that was the scenario where I expected him to get next to nothing with how much utility that was pushed into his position. But now the clock is at least in his favor. 85 HP, a little bit of shields alongside it, and a very low Sushi Boys. And that's the thing. They're so far detached from this scenario that he could be anywhere. They're going to have to clear all the close angles, probably expecting him to fight for an additional kill before getting into this clutch. And even using the knife and it being dodged, they have no clue where he is.
Such a problem with that plant spot. Sushi Boys, 1 HP, easiest kill for Buzz at the start.
HP?
And now he's even lit up Foxy. It should be the round, but Talon again with low HP and against all odds. They have come back into this round and found 2-2. It is another retake setup from Talon, something they've done a lot, but they might not know there's already a player up close. And Buzz has managed to completely catch them off guard. A blindsiding push.
Hey, he's got Showstopper as well. He could just try and take him out. Sushi Boys again is going to land a shot that, well, maybe unexpected. Garnet's found one through the Viper's pit as well. This advantage diminishing, and even though this pit is in play, if they can find Marco, or more importantly, force him out of it, using that lockdown, this could become a problem. Already one going back in the other direction. Garnet trying to slide across and catch them, and somehow we've ended in a 2v2 with more utility going down! He has got a double off the back of a snake bite. Already though, whoa! Just to spam through, but the trade is quick, and then hiding in the smoke is Cruz. He's gonna run through it. So aggressive in every move he makes. And the rest of the team once more are gonna try and set up for this retake, Mitch. They've got lockdown, they've also got overdrive, but they're running straight through.
So fast, that flash there actually gonna catch Mako. The stun coming in from Garnets. He's trying to find some players, and there they are, right in front of his face. Swinging out to try and deal with this. Looks like he'll catch one in heaven. The stun is good. It needs to go a little deeper, actually. The charge comes out. That'll do it. Looking now for the last man, Mako. Inside his orb, out he goes, and there's 2 players staring right at him. That defuse will come through on Sushi Boys once again.
That they're now setting up different utility to try and deny them, and they're going to run all the way up and try and trap them. And he's going to catch him going all the way down at the rope. It doesn't quite get the kill. It's a little bit of damage, and the reaction from DRX is now, okay, let's try and get ourselves into the A site that little bit faster.
Well, a quick kill by Stax. That's caused some problems to try and play for the late round retake. Removed some utility, but they've still got plenty to work with, and it's Sushi Boys ulti in hand. Still stuns to play with for Garnets. He's also got his fast lane, and well, there's just a ton of opportunities to work with here. RB has spotted them out. That information is not very helpful. And even a nade going through now quite early on. And look at the aggression. You think because they've got them sectioned off, they'd want to defuse, but instead they're going to fight. Talon are bringing the fight to DRX, and they're winning every duel. Unbelievable play from this team!
They've now got a Killjoy operator. Like, they really are doing everything! What has just happened? Cruz has just sprayed down 3 players. This team is lighting up the server at the moment. They lost the pistol, and by the looks of it, DRX are still only going to walk out with 4 rounds unless RB can pull off a miracle. He's now stunned up. He's picked up an off. He needs to hit a no-scope, and it's just not happening. Talon, 8-4 in the lead. He's only just making the realization as they full execute into the site.
I've never seen DRX look this uncomfortable setting out in a series. Cruz, on the other hand, delivering again and again, but just the 1 kill for him this round. As he goes down, so too does the Spike. A small consolation prize for Talon, but they want a bigger prize looking towards the spawn. A bounty on Zest's head. He's trying to fall back, but there's just too many players coming after him. Good map control, but they've still got the advantage on DRX, fighting their way back in. They can even start to defuse that Spike after the nano's gone, and the time isn't too far ticked. They need to pick up a kill on the cross here on that attacking side. And instead, they're gonna have to just run at this defuser and try to stop him. The time way too low. And DRX, 2 out of 2 in pistols. Still,
He's just walking it. He's just straight up walking into the site. The rest of the team coming through the other side, but he's getting so much ground. Sushi Boys might be able to do a huge amount of damage just catching them on that rotation. Not expected, but somehow again, that's 2 rounds in a row. RB should have been dead, and somehow he's still alive.
DRX ending up with a kill out of it as well. The numbers just extend further and further in their favor, all thanks to Stacks. Quick 3 kills and an end to that round with DRX pushing up to 7, 2 between them. Lockdown comes into play.
They have to move.
There's nothing you can do to counter this.
It's a bait play. It's a bait play. They're trying to go back to the A side, but once again, DRX haven't moved all of their players. Marco, he started to move, and he's going to go down for it. Cruz was none the wiser that he was even there. The thing is, though, this will allow for the rotation. They've spotted that cross, and Zest has gone through. He's trying to get into the site as quickly as possible, knowing that their afterplant has been sublime. But it's even better for Talon when they try to fight them.
And right away, Talon not giving them a moment of solace. They are on their way towards the site. Fast lane goes up, and the fight is bad. Buzz having a mare.
Nice shot from Zest. Oh, a chance to even get 2, but then the trades come back thick and fast. Only 1 man standing, and Stacks is down as well. Bear in mind, Marco already tagged low on the site. So he needs to just sit back and relax and just support onto Stacks. But that's exactly what he's done. And now, with a late move back in the other direction, it leaves Cruz to try and fight alone on this side of the map. He might just be able to get an afterplant, but Stacks is rotating back around.
Oh, this could be it for Stacks if he has the timing, and the shot is hit every time. With Cruz down, the round follows. And DRX's comeback may just be on. At this point, it genuinely looks like they were just waiting for the aggression. They very much expected it to be coming through. That is a very interesting Viper's Pit. They're going to play further off, but what control does this give them for the late round, you know?
I think they were expecting the push to come from that position in Arcade, but it has also held them in. If he goes through the edge here, Sushi Boys has a free kill. He's just trying to play the timing, and actually the pit's gonna get dropped. He's just let his teammate die dropping that, and Sushi Boys comes out with both. It couldn't have gone any worse for DRX, and now the remaining 2 are trying to make that space back in. There's so much still to find, and although it's a little whiffy initially, it's Buzz to try and face off versus 3. The turret even giving them the info. There is no hope for DRX. Talon have taken map number 1, and tell me now, who predicted that? turret playing contact on the stairs, so that when they dash into the site, it's basically just going to be a 3-man stack up. They've got Foxy trying to spam on the cross, and he's doing damage! Even going to get the headshot onto one of them, and now they've realized that there's a stack on this side of the map, but it's too little too late! They're stuck in the mud!
Fantastic play by Talon. They expected DRX to take it this way. Read like a book. And the Sheriff spams even coming through. Attempted wall bangs here, and the pistol stack still alive. He's going to try to get himself onto the site, but there are so many players to deal with on the way through. Still with an option to take it elsewhere. 30 seconds on the clock, but they've committed so heavily at this point. And in the end, the spike will be dropped, leaving Mako to clutch it. 1 versus 4. He's already got the first, but that is where he'll be finished. And the Odin is actually pushing B main. They've spotted so many players on mid. The call is made. Let's just go. Let's take the fight to them. They attempt to push on short. They're a little bit late to spot Cruz. He's good for 1. And Sushi Boy's flank, okay, not going to serve the purpose, but that short hold has done enough here. They're set up for a 3v2 retake. And in all seriousness, the Odin combined with Foxy's utility. Oh, never mind. Foxy's utility is gone.
It still leaves Zest low, but this definitely becomes much more of a troublesome retake, trying to get back in that little bit too soon, and 2 weapons that definitely aren't the best for retaking. An Odin alongside an Operator. Still a little bit wary of Heaven, though. They haven't spotted Garnets just yet, and already being forced out. Marco goes for the peak, and now it's left on to Zest. 30 HP, just trying to hold on, and the rifle's already been retrieved, but he's dancing around the side, spotting his opponent, just trying to buy that little bit of extra time.
11.
Even lower he goes, but he's still going to take it home for DRX.
The defenders are so cautious about going in until that flash comes through. Garnet's then able to take a double on the back of that utility. A triple, in fact, the Blade Storm stopping them in their tracks. Talon with a remarkable thrifty round. And DRX, they might get a 4K clutch to equalize, but they will not take the lead.
This team is just brilliant. They're brilliant. They're reading DRX so fantastically well. These deep pushes into A, because again, they don't have a Sentinel. They don't have that utility that they can place to hold onto their flanks, so they are just bullying them with it. They are taking so much control early. They then get that Blade Storm on from the first kill, and then they have a paranoia from behind just to leave everybody blind. It's fantastic from Talon, and they're going to have to change up here. They're going to have to slow down and play more default, and they will! It's so sick! Every setup is sublime. Cruz even TP behind them, but DRX recover.
All of a sudden, this is a game yet again, but in the corner, Sushi's caught. Not this time. All onto Foxy in a 1 versus 3. DRX with the immediate response to that early round aggression that, well, I thought had really sealed this round's fate, but apparently not. What a recovery.
Well, Foxy, not much of a chance here. A player sat passive, waiting in the back. Stuns being put through, a smoke to try and run past as well. The rest of the players are just sat outside, almost waiting for this time to tick through, not giving him anything, not giving him a chance. And Buzz, pretty much the savior of this entire round. There's 5 volts here for DRX. You have to expect this is a round they're going to take. Do they expect the player in the corner? They've dashed past, but they've not cleared it. A chance for Jitboy, he comes out with 2. But even still, Buzz is doing well to trade things back. Looking a lot better on the Jet at the moment.
Oh, good kill. Fantastic stuff from Sushi Boys. Damage done. And it makes it all too easy to close it out in the end.
Well, DRX not looking quite as clean as usual. And again, we've got this mid setup based around that Operator. But remember, the last time they had this smoke, they flashed through it.
Recon gone out, didn't catch him. Okay, eventually the third piece of spotting utility finds Garnets, and he's been headshot through the wall. Left to 40 HP. A push comes out of it, though, and he's able to find 1. Flash down low, still going to blind the hold. Pop. Cruz has supporting fire. This is a fantastic hold. Talon dominating middle. And although Mako's walked through on A, well, that was maybe not the play, Cruz, I'll be honest. Ambitious as it was, he's still got a 1v4 on his hands, and these players are lined up in a firing squad. Lead back in Talon's hands.
And now the peek through from Garnets. He's not low. but he's not going to land the shot either. They're going to pressure onto short, but the paranoia is going to leave them. Nyon completely blind. A second flash going through, but they spam it. And Buzz and RB combined to get a double opener. The only player anywhere near now is Garnet. Well, no one's fighting him at this point.
Well, he has the operator that they saw earlier on, and they've heard the Blade Storm pop. They know this is a man with a deep utility belt. Facing him on range is almost certainly a death sentence. Now spotted to still be on main. It's good info to work with. They have lost Zest on the other side, and here's the Odin. Blind fire, of course, with no utility to reveal just yet. Has to rely on just finding it through look and predicting their positions, the lockdown to force them out, and right into the hands of this operator. Focused in, but they've got a nice spot to play in the smokes, keeping them alive for a moment. He's waiting for the angle, and he won't land the shot. The defuse is underway, though, and they need to run it down halfway before RB can land that kill and put 5 on the board for DRX.
Oh, DRX running.
They might not be ready for this pace. I mean, this is so quick. They're already flashing into the site on the reload. And Zest, well, okay, does well-defined trade. He's still going as well. 18 health. And he's trying to hold the site while his teammates sprint from the other side of the map. Any damage here would be massive. And now he's got some support, but Foxy's found a kill from the connector with him on 18. This is getting very dangerous. Shock Dart goes through. It might be perfect. Zest has got 4 already. 1 more to seal this round for DRX.
Foxy's trying to play it patient, expecting his opponent to maybe make a misstep, but this is an unorthodox position. In this sort of stage in the round, he's going to give it up slightly, make his move, try and use his utility to almost bait his opponent in, get that little bit of extra information, but it's cat and mouse, and he's looked away as Foxy starts to make his way forward in towards the site, just 18 HP, and I don't know if you'll expect him to be here! Zest is going to get the ace to take DRX home the pistol.
What a game this guy is having. Standing on the back of site with a ghost in hand, his first teammate shut down by the flash. And yet he delivers 3 kills, lit to 18 HP, turns into Robin Hood, and that sneaky little hideaway on short. It was a game of cat and mouse, but in the...
Again, this split coming through. Buzz in prime position to cause them issues, but Garnet once more with a sublime entry. Zest at the back of the site still can't be dealt with, still causing problems, and he combines along with Stacks. It leaves Foxy alone and surrounded. He doesn't stand a chance, just 26 HP. This B site seems to be closed for business as Zest the first time gets an ace, and this time comes out with 3. They have the Hunter's Fury available, so they will be able to destroy it, although Zest is... okay, that's a dart and a half. Instantly going to start trying to throw out some of his utility as they pressure into the site. Again, Stacks just looking for that timing, but this time the trades are even. However, with already a man advantage in hand and still a man at the back of the site, there is still work to do.
Great flash, that's caught Buzz completely. No way he hits that shot. So we're down to the shorty, up close to try and delete them, and a right click from Foxy puts them back to a 2v2. Talon, this is a round they need so badly, and it looked like it might slip out of their control. In fact, it still may. RB's caught them off with great timing. Foxy, the last man standing. A flash up and over. It buys them space, but they're up against the operator. All they need to do is trade this out, but they won't find it. Here comes the Vandal, and Foxy just needs to find one more. RB returns the fire. 11 on the board for DRX. RB actually has his own, and it's going to be popped right now. No more utility than what's being thrown can come through to play. Those nanos up and over, but they won't be activated. Not while this man is still standing. Mako! Great angle as well. He's taken Garnet's 3 kills with 1 player down in the open. And from this point, what can they do? Run into Mako and die. One after another. 4 kills for him as Jitboys finally falls. And Cruz has to do it all. Oh, he's missed his TP. The time is going to be very low, but he'll make it. Just about to get this plant in. Look at the swing, though, right away. Buzz to find it, 13-6. And the reverse sweep is on the cards. Icebox to close.
We saw how good DRX were on the attack with this comp. We didn't get to see much of the defense, so that will be the idea. Looking for that afterplant already. The Cove will be broken and stacks will go down. An early advantage for Talon in this round, but with the afterplant, it only becomes more difficult.
But the blind fire is definitely favored Talon. The damage done is massive. Recovering from here is difficult. DRX going to struggle when it comes to trading out. Swinging in with low HP, the shock darts finding those kills, and with the numbers on their side and a tap on the spike, that forces the swing out. The reveal catches both, and that should be it. They're waiting for the utility to fail, and then they'll be right on their way through. Garnet's 5 HP. He's holding on barely, and he'll even get a kill. Even a little more. Somehow surviving. Although he falls in the end, surely he's done enough. Oh, maybe not. The last man alive, Zest, 1 versus 1. Look at the HP on the other side, just 4. He's going for the plant right now and needs to stick it all the way. Jip Boys, though, coming up close, and the angle's good. 3 kills, and with a sliver of health left, he'll even get his ulti online for round number 4. Not finding quite the results they're looking for, and up against that bonus. Although it was a strong bonus, doesn't matter. It's put Talon way into the lead. Opening duel goes their way. They're still pushing. Garnets, they're against pistols here. Cruz has died on B. That's free space. It's a plant. If they decide to stick it, they don't know that the site's fully free, but it is. And there's the plant coming through. Ooh, I was about to say DRX are way ahead in this round, but RB is now trapped. They're going to deal with him. They have players surrounding him from every angle. That was close, but not quite.
Even still, into the afterplant. We've seen this many a time. DRX like to use this reckoning to almost help them out in the afterplant. And well, it's not often I've got to see 2 of these crossover at once, as both teams are going to try and apply this ult to make it awkward for the other side. High Tide utilized to try and section them off, but Zesh is still here. He's just waiting patiently. The shots don't quite connect though, and now it's left all onto Marco running in. He finds a double instantly, and the time is ticking away. The flank is just too far. Marco should have done enough here, as the spike will explode. But even still, this utility has to be respected. Cruz, he's gonna go down to a spam and then a snakebite. And if he survived that, there was a shock dart after as well.
Just to make sure. Oh, that's a connection and a follow-up. That's the kill. Spike planter dealt with. Possibility for so much more to come from it. But I think they might have an angle to catch RB on the way back. He's got to be careful and got to be lucky this time, though. He's made it out.
Look at the ults. Already Viper's Pit. A Hunter's Fury available, a lockdown on either side. Sure, they can force him out of that Viper's Pit, but the fact is there's going to be one going through if he even attempts it. Now just making their way through already. A kill coming through for Sushi Boy. A good start, but they need to try and clear these players out of position. The lockdown being used, but I can assume there might be another, and in fact it's going to get destroyed. RB holding, Marco alongside him. This deadly duo leaving Foxy alone. A nice shot to at least do some damage, but the time is gone. He needs to try and just kill as many players as possible, and RB will close it out.
They can bounce back every single time. The BO3 is like a double elim bracket for them.
Garnet. Oh, he might get caught by this one. He will, but he's at least got back to his teammates. They're trying to spam through and catch the player as they plant, but Cruz, oh, he just about gets the kill, but the plant does go down. Now in these A-site afterplants, it's been sublime for DRX, even with only a couple of players surviving. So this round isn't done just yet.
And they've got a Hunter's Fury to work with, but that means that they need to hold on the site. Mako needs to buy the time. He's got a snake bite, and there it goes. Fired up, in and out. It's gonna grab a little bit of damage. Not quite killing them yet. There's the shock dart, but it's already half. Hunter's Fury comes through. It's found the kill with Mako headshotting, and it looks like they might just have this. The defuse out in the open. He's gotta be fast. He needs to hit the shot. Never mind.
Foxy almost seems to be waiting for him. They know that he loves to go for these lineups. It's genius. He played this so deep in the last round that instead they just get rid of him. Now this afterplan is hella weak in comparison to what we've seen prior.
Oh, what an incredible read. Honestly, he doesn't even second guess himself for a second to fight on site. Buzz does so well to get 2. The gap in that wall, everything. And he'll even snipe Garnets out of the sky. Anti-air defense for him. And with Foxy, the last remaining player, Buzz uses that to pad the stats a little more. Danger Foxy again. Just such patience on display. It's unreal. This time, definitely here in the turret. That info could have been crucial. Back, nothing to be found, and Cruz is caught off guard. Oh,
Yeah,
DRX are right back in.
Yeah, it leaves Garnet and that rotation, but they're still sat back, waiting. Another snake bite going down, leaves invulnerable. A bullet or two will do the job, and DRX again showing how deadly their after plants have been.
Or Cruz inside of that orb, looking for the
be
kill, and he's dead.
Okay, Buzz doesn't get anything. Foxy, alongside Garnet, has found a couple, and they've got their lockdown in. RB now left alone, normally on the lurk, but he's going to have to fall back. He hits a nice shot, but they at least recover. A huge round from Garnet to give them that 5th round.
And still to go for a default plant spot as well. It's all this space taking, kind of just leaves Sushi Boys isolated. Almost got a reward for his trouble, but instead, a 5 versus 4 retake to be mounted. DRX, though, a lot of players are low HP here. Could cause some problems for them on the way through. Look how easy it was to take down one. And the numbers, okay, they don't stay in their favor forever. That defuse underway, and they haven't noticed the cove is up. They're gonna swing in way too late. Defuse already done. 3 players gone down, 2 leading the charge, and it's Cruz who has to hold strong. Good trade to start. And there's still a second player here. That shouldn't be expected, but it is spotted. With Mako falling, now DRX are in trouble.
Yeah, they did really well.
The rotation will be so quick when they eventually go for it.
Yeah, they've got Viper's Pit, but Reckoning would probably deny that, although I say that, they've already used it. They're trying to stop them planting at all. The thing is, it seems like they're going to try and stick it to Marco. He manages to jump up. Another double from Zest. He's trying to do it all, and the trades just aren't quick enough. It's left onto Foxy. A nice shot to actually snap back. And the other teammate a little bit further away. You can see Marco just playing this one a little bit more tentative until he hears the steps. A great round from him from start to finish.
And it's coming any second now. 50 on the clock. Talon entirely set on taking this A site, and Buzz won't get the opportunity to take the first kill, and a brave play, but he dashes right out of there.
This is very used as well. They're desperately trying something. The trade's coming back, but it's still a slight advantage for the moment. God, it just goes huge. He's found 3 kills with that Blade Storm. They're going to be able to get the plant, and he might have just saved them. That was looking like a huge blip with the initial kills going the way of DRX, but that did not last long. Still, though, Zest and his doubles, we've seen plenty.
Oh, he's clutched out rounds before. This time on the attacking side, he misses the first, but gets it after. Down to 16 HP. 1 blade, all that's needed from Garnets. He's holding the angle close right, and there's the shot, but Zest can't land it. A wide swing, but Garnets is ready. And that will be double digits, tied up. Yeah. So this part of the map is called Kitchen. You might not have seen it much before, but Cruz is actually going there. Let him cook, my man. He's going to be playing super late in the round, but turret's gone now. So, all right, he's bailing out of there. Not really done too much, but RB, he got rid of the turret and took the gun himself right into the site, and he's still going. Making his way through his teammates' pit, clearing it piece by piece, and grabbing the information. They're leaving. Stop the flank, Buzz. There's no need to continue moving forward. Instead, he sits in this spot, listening, waiting to grab the info, waiting to punish that rotation. They are taking it through middle, though, at least. So they'll bypass him, bypass the pit. And in fact, the fight may be Stax's.
They're going to be able to get fairly far forward. Cruz, just hoping that someone gives him a fight, gives them something into this round, but the realization has to be had eventually. The problem is with 2 players in the pit, they won't actually know until they've pushed through. And just trying to get any form of battle, it seems like it's just going to be played as a retake. The dart, not going to catch, but it will buy a little bit of extra time. And they know exactly where it's been planted for.
They know that turret was taken out earlier on. The kitchen is exposed, and they're watching it. You can see Stax passively sat in the corner. That position catches Foxy off guard completely. Stax just takes command of the round for DRX.
Doubling around as they're going to get towards the site. Finally, Buzz low, and he's going to swing back into an opponent. They've somehow, with their patience alone, found themselves an opener. Stax very quick to respond, though. As Retake sits in the same spot as before, they use the Cove to actually escape rather than to plant. And with the lurk from Cruz, that's something DRX need to deal with.
Big wall blocking off B. I mean, this is going to put pressure on Talon to move forward. Cove goes up, and now Garnets has to get in there. Good spam, but he won't catch the kill. RB returning, and it's already being diffused, and it's gone! Underneath their nose! It's not for the first time that Talon have had players alive in post plans, but they could not see the spike. Now just one more for DRX.
And now maybe looking to pick up the pace a little bit. These slower rounds have played into DRX's hands. Instead, they want to put the pressure right back on. But that's where Buzz thrives. An opener to boot. And they have to fall back.
No matter what happens here, Talon have made history for their team, for their region, for their country most certainly. The top 4 is all they wanted. A monumental spot, but DRX, so they've been after the Korean meta, the Korean era for a long, long time, and it looks like they might be on their way. Top 4 within their grasp, a 5 versus 2, and Garnet's one of the most impressive players that we've had in this tournament. Definitely a breakout for him. But for him to break back into this, we would need some of the best Valorant we've seen on an individual level in this entire event. A reckoning going to be used, a lockdown into play. A flank attempt by Jip Boys, but now he's the last man standing, and that final blow is about to be dealt. DRX are going all the way, 13-10. Although Talon can be proud of what they've done here today, DRX are the ultimate victors.
Well, that's the thing. We've seen it time and time again, a single loss to Pacific opposition. The Korean Conquerors come out once again and take themselves that 2-1 victory. But for Talon, it is still an impressive showing, coming in with rookies to boot.